A man in military uniform was suddenly rushed away in an ambulance from a training site. Was it Kim Taehyung? Jungkook appeared panicked, and the public immediately began to ask, what exactly happened? This news emerged abruptly and instantly shook the BTS fan community and the South Korean public. In an unexpected incident at a military training location, an ambulance was reported to have entered the area at high speed, carrying a man in military attire whose identity has not been officially confirmed. However, what drew the most attention was the reaction of Jungkook, another BTS member who is known to be visiting the area for still undisclosed reasons. Jungkook, according to several eyewitnesses, looked anxious, visibly panicked, and reportedly interacted with medical personnel before the ambulance sped away. Was the man taken truly Taehyung? Or is this just a major misunderstanding sparked by mass anxiety? Local media began digging deeper, while the military has yet to release an official statement regarding the identity of the individual in the ambulance. Speculation spread rapidly, especially since the timing and location of the incident coincided with an intensive training schedule involving Kim Taehyung. This raises a pressing question. Did Taehyung truly experience a medical emergency while serving his military duties? Or is he merely a victim of rapidly spreading speculation and misinformation? Amateur video footage circulating on platform X and Instagram shows chaotic scenes moments after the ambulance arrived. Several military personnel were seen clearing the area for the medical team, while the figure being taken away was fully covered by an emergency blanket, making visual identification impossible. But one element that sparked further concern was Jungkook's sudden presence at the site not long after the ambulance departed. Why was Jungkook there at that moment? Did he know about his colleague's condition beforehand? And was his panic a sign that the person taken was indeed Taehyung? An internal source who declined to be named stated that the person transported by the ambulance was an active personnel in training and suffered a serious physical issue. However, when asked whether it was Kim Taehyung, the source refused to confirm. Meanwhile, BTS's agency, HYB, has not released an official statement. When contacted by several media outlets, a HYB spokesperson simply said, "We are verifying the circulating information. Please be patient until an official announcement is made." The absence of a direct statement from involved parties has only widened the space for speculation. Some media analysts argue that if the person wasn't Taehyung, a denial should have been promptly issued to calm the public. The fact that this has not happened leads to assumptions that the identity of the individual in the ambulance is highly sensitive, or indeed involves a BTS member. The issue intensified with the emergence of blurry phone camera photos showing someone with a similar haircut to Taehyung being carried on a stretcher. Although there is no strong evidence that the person in the photo is Taehyung, the physical resemblance and timing of the incident are making netizens increasingly convinced. A senior military journalist, Park Hyun-woo, offered his analysis that it is highly unusual for military personnel to be taken away by ambulance unless there is a truly urgent situation. If it really is Kim Taehyung, then the situation must be very serious, said Park. But we can't draw conclusions solely from panic on the ground. Military protocol is usually very strict in protecting personnel medical privacy. Why is there no certainty from the military? Is this a form of privacy protection, or is there something bigger being hidden? Entertainment observers have also pointed out that Jungkook's reaction is a key element in escalating this issue. Jungkook is not just a BTS member, he's Taehyung's close friend since their trainee days. His panic is an emotional indicator that cannot be ignored, said an analyst from Dispatch Media. An internal discussion leaked online through a digital forum. It was mentioned that Jungkook refused to leave the area until he received clear information about his colleague's condition. One unnamed staff member said Jungkook almost forced his way into the medical room before finally being calmed by security personnel. This situation is clearly more than just ordinary news. It has evolved into a national incident blending the military realm, the entertainment world, and public sensitivity all at once. If the individual taken was indeed Taehyung, then this raises significant questions about his health condition and its impact on BTS's future activities. If not, then new questions arise. Who was actually taken, And why did this situation trigger panic from a BTS member? As of this writing, there has been no official confirmation of the person's identity from either the military or HYB. Yet, the lack of a firm denial from both parties remains an element fueling widespread speculation. Meanwhile, national media outlets are beginning to station reporters around the military training center to monitor the latest developments. Cameras are on standby. Journalists are prepared with questions that keep pointing to one issue. Was it really Taehyung in a medical emergency? Some fans recalled that in Taehyung's last letter to fans, he mentioned he was adjusting to the physical demands of military life and asked fans not to worry. That letter is now being reread with a new perspective. Had Taehyung already been experiencing complaints for some time? The public awaits clarity. Every second without confirmation opens the door to worry, speculation, and even disinformation. But amid all the uncertainty, one thing appears certain. This is no ordinary event. Jungkook's panic, the ambulance's appearance, the mystery identity of the man taken, all are parts of a large, unresolved puzzle. Will an official statement come in the next few hours that changes everything? Or will the public continue to be left in uncertainty, depending on video snippets and unofficial testimonies? All eyes are now on HYB and the military, waiting for one answer. Who was really taken away by ambulance that day? The latest reports state that the ambulance transported the patient to a special military hospital that only accepts referrals from special training units. This strengthens speculation that the patient is someone with privileged status or special military attention. If this is indeed Taehyung, further questions arise. Why wasn't he treated on-site? And how serious was the condition he experienced? Meanwhile, various civilian medical communities have also stated that in several cases, the use of such military ambulances indicates the potential for serious internal injury or health disorder. However, they again stress the importance of waiting for official confirmation. Armies around the world can only hope. Prayers and support continue to pour in across all digital platforms. But at the same time, they are urging the agency to provide clarity and transparency. This article will continue to be updated as new information becomes available. One primary focus now is to untangle the threads of information still in disarray, and behind that, to protect the privacy, dignity, and safety of a public figure long known not just as an idol, but as an ordinary human being who may now be facing an unknown struggle. Did I ask this all just a misunderstanding? Or is there a truth not yet ready to be shared with the public? The answer to those questions has not arrived. But one thing is certain, the world is waiting. After various speculations, conflicting reports, and immense concerns sweeping the public and BTS fans worldwide, the actual facts have finally been revealed. Based on an official clarification from the military and a direct statement from HYB agency, it can be confirmed that the information regarding Kim Taehyung allegedly being transported by ambulance is not true. An official release issued in the afternoon following the viral spread of the incident. The military stated that it is indeed true that there was a medical incident involving one of the training personnel, but that person was not Kim Taehyung. The military emphasized that the man taken by ambulance was an active-duty soldier who experienced minor health issues and is now in stable condition after receiving medical treatment. Meanwhile, HYB also responded to the concerns of fans by issuing a written statement explaining that Kim Taehyung is in good health and did not experience any incident on the day in question. He was undergoing regular military training and was not present at the incident site when the ambulance arrived. HYB also stated that Jungkook did not visit the military base that day, so the information about him panicking at the location is also a baseless misinformation. These two statements confirm that all the previously circulating speculations, including the narrative involving Taehyung and Jungkook's alleged panic, stem from a misunderstanding amplified by viral content on social media without any valid verification. This phenomenon shows how quickly unconfirmed information can spread and cause mass concern, especially when it involves public figures as prominent as Kim Taehyung and Jungkook. In the context of South Korea's entertainment world, where information about idols is often a massive public consumption, it is important for society and the media to apply caution and responsibility in reporting the news. The speculation that Taehyung was taken by ambulance actually originated from a blurry video recording that could not be visually verified. Combined with narratives speculatively developed on social media, this eventually formed an incorrect assumption that spread widely. The fact that there was no immediate confirmation at that time indeed gave space for speculation to grow, but in the end, the assumption was unfounded. Now that clarity has been provided, it is hoped that the public will be more selective in receiving and disseminating information, and that they provide privacy and peace of mind to public figures, especially when they are undergoing mandatory military service, which requires full concentration and emotional stability. Fans are also asked not to be overly influenced by rumors and to wait for official statements from the relevant parties before drawing conclusions. Thus, it can be concluded that the news about Taehyung being transported by ambulance and Jungkook's panic at the location is not true and has no factual basis. This incident serves as a serious reminder of the importance of verification and responsibility in delivering and consuming information, especially that which is sensitive and has the potential to cause public panic.